Coverage brought to you by Rewrite Sport, where results are guaranteed.
We're at a foggy Lasswade for the Scotland women versus France women international. And on the adjacent pitch, Scotland women A side had lost 26 points to 3. So the Scots were quite determined to turn that one round. And Veronica Fitzpatrick of RHC Cougars had the honour of leading out the Scots as she earned her 50th cap. It is a long time since the Scots had beaten the French, and early on in the match, well, it looked as though the result could be as gloomy as the conditions as the French piled it on in the first few minutes. Scrum half Marie-Elise Yahay organising her forwards there, number 8. Stephanie Rabier thundering in, taking the ball up to the line. The Scots trying to get under the ball, but not getting there, and a try. The opening try for the French by Stephanie Loyer. After only 4 minutes, well, it didn't look too good for the Scots. A lot of possession for the French side, and testing the Scots defence there. Tanya Griffiths knocking over full-back Elodie Poublin. The ball popped up again to Caroline Ladougou. And second row, Cyril Boissé almost over the Scots line, but terrific defence there for the Scots, throwing everything at it. The ball whipped out again, and Boissé, another dip at the line, and another crunching Scots tackle, saving the day. Again, the French giving the ball lots of air, out to Sandrine Agricole. Lovely ball there to Lucille Godevaux. Godevaux dancing through the Scots defence, finally pulled down. Terrific tackle there by Louise Moffat. Agricole having a dip at the Scots line, again pulled down just short. And the Scots defence absolutely solid to hold out to keep the scoreline to 5-0 at half-time.
Scrum Magazine. Subscribe online at scrummagazine.com.
Things were still pretty murky into the second half. Terrific take at the line out there by Sandra Rabier for the French, but won by the Scots. Turned it over there, and the ball out to Lucy Millard. Lovely step off her left foot and going for the outside break, and she, oh yes, eludes the tackle by Elodie Poublin and in for a fantastic try for the Scots. Well, that brought the score level at 5-all. And showed that the Scots were really in this game. The French again piling on the pressure, but picked up at the back there by Susie Brown, driving on. French looking for the turnover. A bit of murky stuff going on there by the Scots. Penalties had Mr. Mancini upstepped. Christelle Ledouf straight through the posts, and the French into a narrow 8-5 lead. And deep into injury time, it looks as though the French could hold on as the Scots lost that line out. Amandine Vaupre, great leap at the line out there. Slung out by Stephanie Provost, but the kick charged down, and oh, a great race for the ball there. Lynn Reid up and crunching into the tackle. The French carrying over, and the scrum 5 to the Scots. Final play of the game. Louise Dalgleish out to Lucy Millard, and Millard going for the corner, outside Ladougou, and yes, she's in for the try. Well, you can see just how much that meant to the Scots, how much it meant to their supporters in the stand, because with only the kick to come, the Scots had got into the lead by 10 points to 8. Celebrations indeed. Louise Dalgleish's kick only got halfway. It didn't matter. It was the final kick of the game. The Scots pouring onto the pitch to celebrate, and no wonder. It's been a long time since they've had the chance to celebrate a win over the women of France. The French, well, they were stunned by that result. The Scots, they were absolutely delighted. And 2-try Lucy Millard picked up the Man of the Match award from the SRU's Colin Thompson.
we're delighted with the result. I mean, we've had a new coach come in November, and new coaches, so we felt confident. We've had a really good build-up, but obviously beating France is something we've not done in quite a few years. So it's fantastic for the team to do it, and it's a great start for a Six Nations campaign.
Fantastic result. I mean, we've only been together now for about 12 weeks, and the stuff the girls, you know, we tried to play at spells tonight, but you know, we've watched the French a few times. They kick to you and ask you to run back and then try and shut you down, so we decided we're just going to keep turning them round as well. And you know, we've not played a lot of rugby in the last 6 weeks in Scotland, so fitness wise I thought we hung in really well, and we can't underestimate how massive a result this is. You know, I think it's the first time in about 5 years since we've beaten France in a Six Nations game, and for first game in charge to get a result like that, it's just phenomenal. Delighted for the girls because they've worked so hard.
So Scotland women's new coach Gary Parker absolutely thrilled with that win, and quite rightly too, because wins against France at any level don't come along very often. This was a great performance by the Scotland women. Scotland 10, France 8. Ron Evans for Scottish Rugby Television at Lasswade.